Moin Moin.
Hello.
Hier sind wieder Jojo und Jules in Folge 16 von Deadly Premonition. Und da ist sie auch schon. Das Cowgirl.
Das Zuckerstück hier in dieser Folge, würde ich mal sagen.
Hey, good looking. Nice speech.
Gina die Rose.
And you are?
Verheiratet.
Oh,
Ja.
I'm Gina. I'm married to Jack. He runs the gas station. Call me the Rose.
You look pretty revealing.
Oh,
Ist schon aufgefallen, dass sie
this
so
old thing. Oh,
Hotpants offen ist.
you should see some of my other clothes. You? Oh, now you are cool. That scar really is a turn-on. You should come to my station. I'll give you a little extra service.
Great. I can't believe how expensive gasoline is nowadays. Some extra service would be great. Now, about my current case. Do you have any information on Anna? Have you seen anything suspicious?
Oh, I
Schon
don't
wieder das gar
know.
nicht schnallt, ne?
Talk to my hubby about the difficult stuff, okay?
This is getting us nowhere, Zach.
Oh.
Kannst du
Aber wir
das-
sollten trotzdem so gestellt sein.
Ja, irgendwann mal schon. Von ihrem Mann sitzt genau daneben.
Ja.
Das ist ein bisschen merkwürdig.
I ain't got nothing to tell the cops.
Ist ja auch so der Undertaker.
Alter, nein, hätte er blonde Haare, wäre er Paul aus Tekken.
What about the
Das-
FBI?
Die Frisur passt auf alle Fälle.
Shut up.
At least give me your name.
I'm Jack. They call me Raging Bull.
That's a manly nickname.
If you want info, it'll cost you. I only talk to Ben Franklin.
You know, first impressions are important. I can detain you for a few days, and maybe you'll become more fun to meet.
Zach, this is a waste of time. Let's go.
Das sieht sehr schön aus beim Lachen.
Ja.
Hat mit Jim schon.
Ja, der ist doch der Opa von den Zwillingen.
Jim, thanks for your help in the forest. How are Isaac and Isaiah?
They're fine.
They really seem to love their grandpa.
Well, I guess they do, son. I want to keep them away from the filth of the material world as much as I can. Their mother agrees, which is why she lets me take care of them so often. And that's why I want you to solve this case quickly and go home. Those rumors about that scar of yours do more damage than good around here.
I guess I reek of the material world, don't I? I have to, in order to do my job. But I understand what you mean.
I'd think the same if I was born in a place like this, Zach.
Ist auch toll, wie wir einfach nichts über den Fall rausbekommen.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, also bisher haben wir nur Namen. Die
Das ist gar nicht, die ist gut. Ah, Polly ist auch da.
Haben wir mit denen schon geredet gehabt?
Nee.
Haben wir nicht?
Mr. Morgan, you're quite an impressive public speaker.
Really? Thank you, Polly.
You reminded me a little of a play I saw when I was younger.
What kind of play?
I'm talking about back when this place was still called the Mercury Theater. When I was young, I used to come here often with my husband. God rest his soul. We'd come on the weekend to see the latest play. He'd always pretend to be uninterested, but I could tell he
Steht auch
was
schon
excited
steht gleich mal
inside.
auf.
Ja.
He was just one of those kind of guys, really, thinking about it now.
Really, Polly? So what's your favorite play?
Oh, well, I like so many. There was one in particular, but I can't recall the name anymore. Oh, it was a very famous one, too.
Something by Shakespeare?
Oh,
Diese Mundgestik ist voll
no,
gemacht.
nothing. One more bell that doesn't ring anymore. I've always been forgetful about the plays we used to see anyway. Oh, and my husband would get angry at me for forgetting what we saw. He'd go on for hours retelling what the play was about. His eyes were so sparkling,
Oh.
like a happy
Alte
young
Leute nie
boy.
ansprechen.
Nein.
So, what's your favorite play?
Oh, I almost forgot, Mr. Morgan. We're going to have another guest soon. I have to get back and get things ready. Sorry for having to hurry away. I'll see you back at the hotel.
Wie schnell die laufen kann, ne?
Zach, I
Okay.
think she could embarrass the toughest of the FBI's interrogators. She successfully avoided answering my questions, Zach. Amazing.
Gibt's überhaupt ein Altersheim?
Die Nachttopf-Lady.
So. Genau, der coole Rocker.
Yeah! Hey there, FBI. I'm Keith Ingram.
Genügstrahlung, okay.
Ja, so sieht's aus. So sieht er auch aus.
Ja.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
Back in the hole.
That's what everyone always calls me.
Okay, York. No problem, man.
So, Keith, I hear you run the Milk Barn convenience store.
That's right, man. Rock and roll!
Do you sell raincoats there by any chance?
Yeah, but nobody ever buys them, though. Anyone who wears one
Was
of them, I
niemand hat,
say,
ist
just ain't a
jemals
rocker.
eingekauft?
But you know,
Ja,
that scar of
sehr
yours.
gut.
Now that scar rocks.
This scar rocks? Now that's a new one. I'll drop by your store soon and let's talk then.
Yeah, cool, man. Rock on, FBI.
Stell dir auch wieder vor, Leute, und winke.
Alter, warum laufen eigentlich nur Wahnsinnige rum? Das ist total komisch.
Das ist kein Wunder, dass dann der Mörder rumläuft, der will nur aufräumen. Oh, immer
You're
Ringkäse.
Isaac and Isaiah's mother?
Yes, I'm Lily.
Oh, das ist noch die Frau von dem. Das ist der Vater von den Zwillingen.
I'm FBI Special
Whoa.
Agent.
Agent York, right?
You are good.
The handsome special agent from the big city.
Die hübsche.
The facial scar
Wir
trademark.
sind keine
The
Frau.
way you introduce yourself.
Doch, eigentlich schon.
Everyone's talking about you.
Well, I can't say much about the scar,
Mhm.
but the way I introduce myself, Zach and I consider it a kind of ritual of sorts.
Everyone has their own rituals. It's like always leaving the house left foot first. It's one of those things.
You certainly are a funny one.
Ist das nicht dann schon eher so eine Obsession?
So, have you noticed anything
Zwangsstörung.
strange or out of place
No.
recently?
Well,
was?
Becky's been taking a couple of days off from work, but aside from that, I heard she was in shock after the murder. But,
You think there's something else?
well, I took the boys along to see her today. She's always so kind to them, and they love seeing her too. But she took in the boys and told me to wait outside. Something about a special secret between just the three of them. I just couldn't understand it.
Now that's interesting. Thank you, Lily.
Wow.
Schön. Die
Ja,
erste
endlich mal
Information.
Informationen.
Ja.
Perhaps we should give Becky a visit tomorrow, Zach.
Oder heute, wir haben ja Zeit.
Ja.
Da.
Da haben wir auch noch
Oh,
einen.
der zweite Schwarze in der Stadt. In einer, was ist das, Schlangenlederhose?
Anscheinend, ja.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
Hat sich doch gerade vorgestellt.
Please,
Yeah.
call me York.
Naja.
Wesley, owner of the gun store called Panda Bear. People around here call me the gunsmith.
Das ist aber schon fast wieder ein bisschen rassistisch, den Schwarzen in einen Waffenladen zu stecken, oder?
Ich weiß es nicht.
Was there something you want to ask me?
Aber ich glaube, alles an ist.
How do you make a living running a
Sie
gun
hätten
store
nur
in a
rassistisch
place
machen
like this?
können.
Ja.
I'd be worried because there can't be that many customers.
Worry gives a small thing a big shadow. I do gunsmith
Sollten wir
work in my
unbedingt
shop,
machen.
too.
Ja.
Ist aber
Dachte
schon
ich
You
mir auch
got the
gerade so,
skills,
Schufen
the
kaufen nur eine
customers
Axt.
find you. All you need is a network.
I hope so.
Was?
Ja.
Hier ist alles, was ich habe.
Ach so.
Ja, nee, die haben wir ja schon.
Das können wir sogar beim Einkaufen.
Ach so. Gehen wir runter.
Das bringt uns aber alles nicht viel.
Wir gehen auf R. Gehen wir auf Kaufen. Hä?
Ja, aber die haben
Oder
wir ja
hat
schon.
er das?
Das hat er.
Dann können wir Munition kaufen, oder nicht?
Ja, theoretisch. Schusswaffen dienen zum Töten, ja. Das ist
Oh
You've
nein.
got quite a selection here. No wonder people
Eine tolle
come from all
Auswahl.
around.
Ja.
Even
Eine
today,
Waffe,
a customer paid me to
Patronenlutscher.
go to Seattle for some help. I just got back.
I
Die
see.
Kombination ist schon wirklich geil.
Well, I'll be sure to visit your store sometime. I'd like for you to take a look at my gun.
Understood. Look forward to it. The shop will be open again tomorrow. It's usually open from 2000 to 0600. See you then.
Okay.
Der hat nur nachts offen.
Ich habe keine Ahnung, warum.
Oh, ist das nicht hier Ding?
Nee, das ist eine andere. Du meinst hier die sommersprossige Fiona?
Ja, genau, die Sommersprosse.
I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan. And you are?
Die haben wir noch gar nicht gesehen, oder? Muss ja auch noch rum.
Olivia.
rumreichen.
Nick's
Eigentlich
wife?
schon, ja.
Cormac.
Anna worked at your husband's diner, right? What kind of girl was she?
Well, she was a very hard worker. A nice girl.
Did you ever see her acting strange?
Well, not really. But there was one thing. Well, you see, the diner closes when it rains. Many shops do that around here, as you might have heard. Anyway, Anna always seemed unfocused the day after it rained. And came in late, too. It was almost as if she used up all her energy the day before. Come to think of it, that was really strange. Did that legendary monster really kill her?
It wasn't a monster. Just a criminal. Criminal I'm going to catch and bring to justice.
Sehr gut.
Ja. Das pure Interesse.
Ja.
I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan. I presume you are the owner of the diner that Anna worked at?
That's right.
Der sieht aus wie 14, verdammte Scheiße. Besitzer des
Ja, aber auch
Diners.
Polly sieht nicht alt aus, sie hat nur weiße Haare, das
Anna
war's.
Graham. Did you notice anything strange about her prior to the incident? Nick, are you hiding something?
No, nothing.
You're sure?
I'm sorry, but I don't like repeating myself.
Na? Hatte der was mit Anne?
Sind alle so unglaublich freundlich in dieser Stadt.
Ja, ist doch schön.
Wenn sie nicht gerade freundlich sind, sind sie irre. Und G.I. Joe ist auch da.
So you're the FBI agent, are you?
Der General.
Ist auch schon
I'm
ein
FBI
Klischee.
Special Agent
Ja,
Francis
von-
York Morgan.
Die haben da irgendwie nur Klischeebewohner in der
The
Stadt. Ne?
general.
Ja.
I fought for my country in the Vietnam War.
A real-life war hero. So why are you living here?
Soldier, this is my hometown. After a man returns from war, there's no place to go other than his hometown. Your little speech, you mentioned the raincoat killer.
Was that a problem?
You imbecile. The raincoat killer's no myth, not mere folklore, or a fairy tale. It's based on actual events that happen in this town.
It is. I'm interested. Can you tell me more about this?
You kids today don't even know how to ask for something right. Soldier, if you want to hear more, you come to my office.
Okay, sollten wir uns merken?
He literally exudes raw power, Zach.
Fast Notizen.
Despite the credibility issues,
Yeah.
we should give him a visit.
One thing, though. He calls himself a general, but isn't that a sergeant's uniform?
Ja, natürlich, ist mir auch gleich aufgefallen. Asche, da ist Fiona.
Ja, sommersprossige Fiona.
Are you getting closer to catching the murderer?
Hello again,
Das ist sie
Fiona.
bestimmt.
Good
Ja,
to see you
alle
here.
Well, Dr. Johnson told me to be here. He said it would be important.
Well, that was good advice. He may be young, but he seems like a wise man.
Oh, and he's a very hard-working person, too. Everyone thinks he's some kind of weirdo, but I don't think so at all.
Das
People
wundert mich jetzt
don't
nicht.
understand why he's in the autopsy room all day. But I do. He's doing research to make the world a better place in the future. You know, he already made a fortune in LA with his career.
I did not know that.
You didn't? Oh, the doctor is a very rich man. He has a really big house over by the lake.
Amazing, Zach. He must be loaded. Rich and young. A perfect combination.
Den sollten wir
But
uns
you don't
schnappen,
get
ne?
that feeling from him at all, do
Den
you?
lassen wir einfach mal verschwinden und
show
bringen
it.
es dann aus.
Ja, genau.
That's one of the things I like
Nein, ich meine,
best
wir
about
heiraten ihn,
him.
haben wir das Haus
Well, I
aus.
could have been fooled if it weren't for you. Thanks for the valuable
Wahrscheinlich, dass das
information,
geht.
Fiona.
Na, man weiß es nicht. Aber ich glaube, Fiona möchte was von ihm.
Meinst du?
Vielleicht.
Können wir ein bisschen angraben.
Agent York, you make any
Wir
progress?
haben uns auf die andere Seite teleportiert.
Of course, plenty. Tell me, Usha, when is Anna's funeral?
That's still undecided. Sally isn't really in any condition to do it right now.
Her mother? I don't see her here.
Anna was her sole reason for living after her husband was deceased. Well, she's probably huddled up at home.
And I should probably take some time to pay her a visit.
Well, yes, you should. And I'd appreciate it if you could, too. But don't go too hard on her, okay?
Ist aber nett von ihm.
Ja.
So, haben wir jetzt alle? Ah, anscheinend haben wir alle.
Ja.
Agent Morgan, I'd like to let everyone go home now. Let's go outside.
Da waren auch noch 50 Leute.
Das waren alles unwichtige Menschen.
Ja, die wichtigen haben sich natürlich alle draußen irgendwo versammelt.
Ja. Obwohl, ganz ehrlich, ich fand die was war das, die Tankstellenfrau nicht so wichtig jetzt.
Ja, also mal abgesehen von ihren lustigen Angeboten.
Vor allem wie er geht, er schnipst die ganze Zeit. Der Typ ist so wahnsinnig.
Ja. Besser als Sigourney, ey.
Mhm.
Oder sie. Was gerade gesehen hat. Was gibt's wieder Geld?
Yay. Vom 6-mal gestorben, das habe alles ich allein geschafft.
Ja, das war schon eine gute Leistung.
Mhm.
Das mache ich jetzt immer so. Immer wenn ich so ahne, dass er kommt gleich, der böse Mörder. Dann
genau, dann tauschen wir einfach mal.
Dann darfst du sterben. Habe ich wenigstens keine Schuld.
Boah. Ohne Scheiß, wir haben jetzt fast die gesamte Folge nur gelabert.
Ja.
Und haben kaum noch Zeit.
Das war aber auch voll informativ, würde ich sagen.
Nur teilweise.
Well then, Agent York, do you have any plans for this evening?
I was going to head back to the hotel and go over my notes. I need to contact HQ and give a progress report too.
Okay, then let's call it a day here.
Sounds good.
Contact my office when you finish your report. We'll pick you up tomorrow morning. Diane,
Thomas ist ja auch
the
da.
owner of the art gallery, should be back
Der
soon.
kann uns aus
All
nichts
right, then, let's do that.
hinter York einen Blick riskieren.
Hold on, Agent York.
Mhm.
We're going out to eat at Nick's Diner.
Yay.
Would you like to come with us?
The diner.
Ich glaube, du musst jetzt die Folge überziehen.
Thomas is a great cook,
Ja,
but Nick is the
nach dem
real
Gespräch
deal.
machen wir dann.
No
Ja.
visit to Greenvale is complete without eating at the A&G.
A very appealing proposition.
Cut.
Zach, what do you think? We can always go back to the hotel after eating dinner. Or go directly back to the hotel. You decide, Zach.
Wir gehen essen.
Das ist richtig geil.
Ich glaube, du brauchst jetzt auch nichts mehr tun.
Ja, ich glaube auch
Jetzt
nicht.
kommt erstmal nur noch Gespräch. Aber wenn es das ist, von dem ich glaube, dass es das
Ja,
ist,
es ist das.
dann ist das, ne? Es ist einfach so geil.
Das ist der geilste Gespräch überhaupt.
Ja.
I've been sheriff here for a long time now. And this is the worst murder I've
Er
ever
hat
seen.
geredet, wer einen Burger im Mund hatte.
Our town is a little odd in some ways, but it's usually a peaceful place.
We had our fair share of cases, but just the regular stuff. A high school kid shoplifting from the milk barn, maybe. Or some hot-headed kids fighting, fueled on liquor. Nothing more than that.
Agent York, what kind of cases have you dealt with in the past?
Not much different from those you've just mentioned. The case I was on until last month, well, the guy killed 7 girls in a 3-month period. He sawed their heads off from the neck and took them back to his house. He cleaned the skulls up and used them as utensils in his daily life. To eat from or as a urine cup. Huh. He hated women. That was his way of dealing with it. He'd fill skulls with ice, cola, and rum. Then he'd down it in one gulp. For him, that was a holy ritual. The question of his mental state was the pivotal point in the court case.
Oh, man.
For me, he was insane. 100%. Drinking from the skulls, well, that is one thing. But those he had used to relieve himself, he would then just use them to drink from. Too. Yeah, that was too much for me. It's just not sanitary.
Not sanitary. That's probably not the problem for most of us.
What else? Ah, yes. An ingenious law school student raped over 800 victims. That was an accident.
Thank you, Agent York. Now, let's talk about something else.
You don't want to hear anymore? That's a shame, isn't it, Zach? I was just about to get to the good part, too.
It sounds like you live in a totally different world. I mean, you're like an elite agent who just jumped out from a movie or something. In your eyes, we must look like we're just playing cops and robbers. I give up. I can't compete with you.
Don't say that, Emily. The cases you have solved are all full-fledged crimes. A crime is a crime. Size doesn't matter. There is no big and small. Crimes always have a criminal and a victim. No victim will ever welcome a crime, no matter what its size. So, fundamentally, there is no difference in size.
Well said, Agent Morgan. We work day and night to preserve peace and order in this town. You understand that, right?
Of course. But still, I don't view shoplifting and Anna's murder as the same level of crime.
Me neither. I never even dreamt that such a thing could ever even happen in this town. I keep on expecting to see Anna here in this diner, waiting on tables.
Excuse us, Agent Morgan. We should have made dinner a more uplifting experience. Let's call it a night.
Okay. Good night, then.
Lass ihn einfach rumflennen. Wir fahren nach Hause.
Genau.
Ist doch schön.
Aber ganz ehrlich, das Gespräch hat sich gelohnt. Ich finde das so gut.
Ja, die Nachttopf-Geschichte ist schon echt. Nehmen wir das mal speziell. Das nochmal gelitten auszudrücken. Gut.
Ja,
haben wir das.
Genau, dann machen wir hier Pause. Und ich finde, wir machen dann direkt im Hotel weiter, ne? Also die Fahrt, dann müssen wir uns das nicht unbedingt angucken.
Ja.
Oder?
Wobei wir einen neuen Gast haben, das könnte wiederum noch interessant sein.
Ja, ne, klar, aber stimmt, wenn wir direkt reinkommen, kann sein, dass der Gast gleich auftaucht, ne?
Dann fahren wir einfach bis vor die Tür und dann machen wir weiter.
Genau. Gut, dann sehen wir uns wieder in Folge 17.
Ja.
Bis dann.